Lode Runner was developed by Douglas Smith and first released in 1983 by Broderbund. It was a highly successful game and has been adapted for multiple formats, including the 1984 arcade version shown in this video. The game itself is a puzzle-based platformer, where the aim is to collect all the gold in a level while avoiding the enemy robots. Aside from being able to climb ladders and survive falls from any height, your only ability was being able to zap holes to the left or right of your character. These holes could be used to navigate the level or to trap robots, and the holes only existed for a short time before they were refilled. Trapping robots was a vital part of the game, as robots could also collect gold, and trapping them was the only way to make them release it. While the robots could be killed if the hole filled in before they escaped, they were instantly replaced. Overall, this gave the original Lode Runner highly challenging but addictive gameplay. Like the previous week's Xbox Live Arcade release, Outrunner Online Arcade, the updated Lode Runner can be considered at its most basic level to be the original game with updated graphics and a few new game modes, as the aim of the game is still to collect all the gold while avoiding the robots. There are 3 single player modes, and an in-game tutorial that can be accessed from the Help and Options menu or the main single player menu. The tutorial goes over the basics of gameplay and covers some of the updates included in the latest version. These updates are primarily minor tweaks like special blocks, with the most significant change being the inclusion of usable bombs on some levels that can be used to destroy multiple blocks. The first single player mode is Journey, and this is the closest in essence to the original game, with the aim being to complete multiple stages by collecting the gold and avoiding the robots. One slight modification to the game is that rather than jumping straight between levels, there is now a transit zone where you can collect energy orbs that give you an extra life for every 3 you collect. The second single player mode is Hang On. In Hang On there are several fairly basic stages set in various environments, which have a lot of gold present. As the stage begins there is a single enemy robot present, but as time passes more and more enter the level, vastly increasing the difficulty. The aim of Hang On is to collect as much gold as possible before getting killed, and medals are awarded dependent on how much gold is collected. The final single player mode is Puzzle, and it is the antithesis of Hang On, since there are no enemy robots and a limited amount of gold available. These stages, however, can be quite complex, but if mistakes are made the level becomes uncompletable, as you can be trapped in areas and are unable to reach the gold. In addition to the expected single-player Lode Runner, there are also local and online multiplayer modes. 2 of the modes are cooperative versions of the Journey and Puzzle modes, with levels specifically designed for this task. The mode that I expect most people will play, however, is the Last Man mode. This mode is similar in style to the single-player Hang On mode, except that there is no gold to collect, and the aim is to last as long as possible, with the winner being whoever lasts the longest over the course of 5 rounds. In order to keep interest once eliminated, you gain control of one of the robots and can track down your opponents. I thought the graphics in this game were of a reasonable quality and suited the game. Likewise, the music has an 8-bit-esque feel, honouring the original game. One fairly unique feature for an Xbox Live Arcade game though, is that the game comes with a level editor and the ability to share levels over Xbox Live. While I personally have little interest in this feature, it will be interesting to see if this feature is successful and seen in future Xbox Live Arcade releases. Before I give my rating for Lode Runner, it should be noted that I am normally useless at platform games, and so I enjoy them less than other people might. Despite this personal failing though, I thought that Lode Runner was an enjoyable update of the original classic, and people who enjoyed the original or this style of game should find it good value for money. And speaking of money, Lode Runner is only 800 Microsoft points and not the 1200 that's been rumoured earlier on in the week, and this makes it quite good value for money, given the large number of single player levels, the level editor and the presence of online multiplayer, and means that the game should last quite a long time if you enjoy this type of game. Taking everything into consideration, I've decided to give Lode Runner a rating of 7 out of 10. As Lode Runner is an excellent 2D platform game and has lots of customization options and online multiplayer. At the end of the day though, Lode Runner is still just a platform game, and it is only likely to appeal to fans of this genre.